How far are you willing to go to spread the message that every child's life matters? Our next guest is pushing the limits when it comes to calling out abortion, making quite a statement just last week by climbing the Las Vegas sphere.
Yeah, I watched this video. I couldn't believe it. Joining us now is the pro-life Spiderman Maison Deschamps. Thank you so much for being here. Tell us a little bit about yourself. You do this quite often. You climb a lot of different buildings, including the sphere we just saw there. Why do you go to these extreme measures to fight things like abortion?
Yeah, I climb these skyscrapers to raise money for letthemlive.org and help these women who are in a crisis pregnancy. We pay their rent, their medical bills, and whatever else they need to have their baby. That said, we're willing to go to such extreme lengths because what's happening right now is a Holocaust. Over 70 million babies have been murdered since Roe v. Wade alone. So if we want to do something about that.
So we know that climbing the sphere was your attempt to raise money for a homeless woman who scheduled an abortion because she did not have the funds to have her baby. Tell me more about the woman. I believe her name is Isabel.
Yeah, Isabel is 11 weeks pregnant and she was homeless. Thankfully, she chose life. And when I got out of jail, the fundraiser was filled to the brim because of people who were watching and wanted to help out Isabel. And so now all of the extra money that we have will go towards another mom to help her. So not only are we able to help Isabel, but hopefully we'll be able to help a second or maybe even a third mom.
We're watching that video there of you climbing. I just got to ask, do you have a climbing background, and are you attached to anything? Or, I mean, because this is terrifying.
Yeah, I'm not attached to anything when I climb these buildings.
Wow.
It is free solo.
There's no harness?
If you fall, nope. If you fall, you die. But that's the thing is, people ask me, like, why are you willing to do this? And it's because, I believe that abortion is murder. And if that's the case, then we have to act like it. And then not only that, if we're Christians and we believe the words we say, then we know that, like, Jesus Christ, he promised us eternal life. So there's nothing to fear at all, as far as I'm concerned.
And you've been arrested doing this in several different cities for climbing these buildings. But men are not typically invited to be part of this abortion debate because we can't have babies. But you really have taken men having this opinion about abortions to new heights, if you will. Why is it important for you to be part of this conversation? You sort of touched on that, but you also want other men to be part of the conversation as well. Maybe speak to that and just getting that message out a little bit more to a broader audience.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the people who are pro-life right now, that's who I want to speak to the most, because I don't believe it takes a majority to prevail. Samuel Adams, he once said that it doesn't take a majority to prevail. It takes a small, tireless, and irate minority. And if we, the people who are pro-life, Christian conservatives, just stand up and do something about this evil that's happening, I'm fully convinced that we'll be able to stop it.
So, Mason, I know you were arrested after this. Do you have anything else planned? Do you have another climb planned? And what's next for you, obviously, going through this process?
Well, first, I want to win these court cases, and then, we're going to have some defamation lawsuits to file. We were detained for over 3 hours, and when the police couldn't find a crime, they just kind of made one up. But luckily, I have a really good lawyer, and I was willing to sacrifice when I started doing this, and that attitude stays the same.
So if you're able to beat these charges, will there be another climb in the future?
Maybe, if you want to come with me on one.
No chance. Absolutely not. I get queasy just watching you do this. Do you actually have a fear, though, of any building? I mean, you seem to take on anything that's tall, but is there something that terrifies you? Because it doesn't seem like you have any fear.
What terrifies me is abortion. So there's some buildings that simply aren't climbable, for sure, but if I have to climb something that's a little bit harder, then that's what I have to do. If it will save a life, then to me, it's just worth it.
Well, it was great what you did to help Isabel and getting your message out there. So, yeah, thank you for that. Maybe be a little safer in the future. Maison Deschamps, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.